Coach, the team came out for the start of the second half looking really good, scored early, really kind of pressed the game. Can you speak a little bit about what the vibe was like in the locker room afterwards? Or was there anything you said to really motivate them?
Yeah, we analyzed the first half with some sequences, especially in our ball possession situation in the final third, that we have more situations to create more in the opponent's box, that we have that we need more deep runs, that we need better box positions in the box, and this is what we did very well, especially at the beginning of the second half. I would say the first 20, 25, 30 minutes. But at the end, and this is what I don't like today, to be honest, and I said this directly to our guys in the locker room. What I don't like is how we played the last 10 minutes at the end. So I would say we controlled most of the time the goal. We concede 2 goals very easily on an easy way, especially the second goal. But that we have to be happy at the end of this game with this point, that's for me not possible today, to be honest.
Next, we go to Joe.
Sandro, you mentioned it, but just to go back to that second goal that you conceded, just what did you see there, especially from Raheem Edwards? And is that maybe the danger of the high line there?
Yeah, for sure. This was the situation that we stay too deep in this moment with our left wing back. But this was not only in this situation. To be honest, we had also some moments in the first half when they attack, and I would say most of the situation they attacked on their left side with Angulo, and we had some moments where we were too deep in some situations with our center backs, with our sixth position then as well. So and then it's difficult to make the highest pressure on the ball against the opponent. And this is what we analyzed in the halftime. But we controlled, I would say, also the first half. We played very dominant. We had a lot of situations. We had a lot of moments in the opponents around the opponent's box. And but we concede easily the goal. This is what I mentioned. And but at the end, how we played the last 10 minutes, to be honest, it's not good. This was not good today.
Next, go to Michael.
Coach, with Raheem Edwards, it was his first start today. Just talk about his performance. It feels like one of the goals for Orlando, he was far back. It allowed them to stay on side and score that. A lot of times he was out of place, struggling to keep up. Just talk about his performance and where do you think it goes from here with him?
And this is my job, to be honest, to analyze the whole performance of Raheem. And when we are looking to the big picture of his performance, I would say he had also very, very good moments, especially in our final third. And he was in good moments, in good positions, especially in the second half, and he had good chances, and for sure. But in this situation where we concede the second goal, we have to stay higher at the whole back five, back three in these moments, and this was this was a mistake that can happen, and I would say it's also not so easy without preseason. He came back end of, I would say, last 2 weeks in the preseason, and then it's not so easy then directly to come in after 4 or 5 games now and to adapt our style, how we want to play. But for this first game, I would say it was okay. And but as a team, this is what we have to improve as a team then, especially the last 10 minutes. This is today, to be honest, my point.
Next, go to Steve.
How you doing, Coach? Dennis Gengar makes his second straight start today. What do you think of his performance after the goal and him hitting the post at the end there too?
Yeah, that was our idea. Last week he played as a wingback, and today our idea was to have more speed in our offensive line, especially then with Dennis Gengar, because he has the quality for deep runs in transition moments, and also when we are dominant in the final third to find the gap, the pocket, then to come between the lines, or sometimes then to use the channel for deep runs. And I would say he did it very well, very good moments, especially in our offense. And he started our pressing with Chupo. For me, Chupo was great today. How he worked for the team and holding the ball and keeping the ball in a lot of moments. It was a top performance, but Dennis as well. And this is what we need. And also how we scored our second goal to come on the first post or second post or penalty spot to stay there. And this was a good situation and a good run from Dennis in the box.
Next, go to Vas.
hard-fought draw today, Coach. Just wanted to ask you on not just the performance of Chupon tonight, who got that goal, just also on the defense. It was a bit of issues with the spacing with the center backs. Do you think that's more of just, I guess, growing pains because they need a little bit more communication and time to play together, or do you think that was just something that was a momentary lapse of concentration?
Yeah, it is, and this is the next step. To be honest, that's the next step for us in our development. When you have a lot of situations with the ball, and then I don't know 60% or like this in the first half, and not to lose the control and not to lose the energy in your defense behavior. And when we concede, how we concede the first goal, it was one long ball behind our sixth position. Our reaction was not quick enough to turn these moments in their transition moments. And the second half, the second goal, this was then, I think it was more individual point than a tactical point, to be honest. But this is but I don't have now concerns about how we defend now the next weeks. But this is, we need our focus, we need our energy level. But this is the next step when you want to play dominant with a lot of ball possession, when you create moments in the final third, not to lose the energy, not to lose the intensity, not to lose the organization in your rest defense. And in this case, especially in the first half, they had some moments, and then beginning of the second half, this was the best period of the game from our side, I would say, with the chances, with box positions, and the last 10 minutes. And this is what I don't like today, and I said this, that you have to be lucky for this point, because Carlos saved then 2-3 moments. This is what I don't like, to have this feeling today, because when you play 75 minutes, 80 minutes like this, what we did, then it's okay. Then sometimes you have to be satisfied with 1 point, but at the end you have to be lucky. And this is what I don't like, to be honest, to have this feeling.
Next, go to Gary.
You mentioned that you didn't like the fact the way the team just simply faded off in the last 10 minutes. Is it because of all the new pieces and you didn't have a decent press season, whatever the case would be? It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Some of the fans may feel that for some reason you guys haven't played a complete game. So what do you say to those fans that feel that way now, going now 4 games?
I would say normally I'm a positive guy, you know that. So we have to learn from this situation. That's the key, and it's not. I know it's very easy now to sit here and to talk about great reaction after the first goal which we concede. This is very easy, and it's true. It's true today that we had also, especially the second half, great reaction. We played dominant, but after the game, I'm thinking more about the last 10 minutes, and that's not good for me and also for my family today.
Next, we'll go to Melissa.
Thank you so much. Hi, Coach, from Argentina. I have a question regarding for the next match for Toronto. What do you think that must be different for the preparation to have a win in that match?
So first of all, tomorrow we analyze our game from today. Then we are looking on day off or tomorrow. Then also in the evening, some games of Toronto. They played with 3 center backs most of the time. Sometimes they build up with 2 center backs. This is what I know. And then we have a professional preparation during the next week to start on Tuesday to analyze Toronto, and then to prepare, and then to be ready in our next home game against Toronto. And first of all, to think about what do we need for getting 3 points. And this starts every time with the right intensity, with the right mentality, and then with our principles. And this is what we have to prepare. But I don't have concerns now about how's the preparation now against Toronto. No.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First, go to Sebastian, then we'll finish up with Daniel Rebane. Sebastian, you have the floor.
How you doing, Coach? After all, and I seen you in your body language and everything.
Oh, you analyze my body language.
I mean, no,
today.
but
That's great.
I don't see you smiling
body language today?
like often. Like you always smiling and stuff. I see you like kind of frustrated. I mean, you feeling like you winning a point or you losing 2?
Losing 2.
That's the way you feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very simple answer. So, and this is what I said after this question. It's very simple to say, okay, 1 point against Orlando. It's a great team. Everything true. But at this situation now, it's more my feeling when you ask me maybe tomorrow morning, hopefully after a good night, maybe my answer would be another answer. Then we will see. But now, at this moment, it's more the feeling that we lose 2 points. But at the end, what I said, sorry for my long answers today, but at the end, it's also true. We have to be lucky because the last 10, 15 minutes, because we have to be happy that we're getting 1 point.
And we'll finish up with Daniel.
How you doing, Coach? Serge Goma made his return to the pitch today.
Yeah.
Just talk about what you've seen from him in training, and do you see him as a key contributor going forward in the attack?
Yeah, he had it's good to have him back. That's good for him, for himself, first of all, and also for us, for the whole group, for the team. We need his quality, and we need this quality consistently at the end, without injury, hopefully. That's the key for Serge, because he has high potential, especially in our offense. Transition moments with his speed, and he had a great week, and then he played today 10 minutes, 15 minutes like this, and hopefully we can continue this now in every training session, each training session, and then to be ready for the next game.